Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a new mod map tour of Le Haut Grimois. Yes, that is my French. Thank you very much. I know it's wrong. Just get over it. All right. Yeah, so anyhow, this is a map that came out just today. This is for PC and Mac only. It's by Grimlock RRC. It's 610.96 megabytes to download. I'm going to read the description and we'll get into it. I am way behind on map tours. This is my first map tour I'm recording as I've gotten back from my 3-week journey in Europe. So it's good to be back in the office doing things, but yeah, so we'll get caught up on all the other ones at some point here over the next few days, so just be patient with me. But anyhow, it says Le Haut Grimois is a map in the style of the French mountains. If you start as a new farmer, you'll have a farmstead with several buildings. You also have 3 pastures, 2 for cows and 1 for sheep. Several other farmsteads will allow you to expand or settle in another part of the map. On this map, you'll find several factories, buying and selling points, forests of varying sizes, and even specific forests composed solely of fir trees. You'll also find 13 additional crops such as rye, triticale wheat, rye, I can't do it, rye, triticale, winter wheat, and mustard. It says the map contains 89 fields ranging in size from 0.37 hectares to 3.99 hectares. Many forest plots of varying sizes, free areas for building your farms, 25 collectible items, several factories and selling points. Have fun and make Haut Grimois your new home. Okay, here we are on the new farm here, but let's go on the menu. Here is the map. Yeah, I kind of like I like all like the details like this they put on the sides of some of these maps. You always kind of forget it's there because you're just here to look for this. But anyhow, starting out new farm mode, this is kind of our farm area right here, which is land 1. We have that chunk there. We also own this chunk, and this chunk right here. So some of the surrounding areas. There's a few other odd spots around. There's one of the cow pastures. We have cow pasture, sheep pasture. Those are the pastures we start off owning. Yeah, town's kind of mostly through here. There's a few other things dotted about, but yeah, not too bad. And you have all the different crops in here that we mentioned already. So some of the new ones in there. Custom crop calendar because of all the new crops. Again, you do have a cow pasture, a sheep pasture, and another cow pasture to start. There are contracts on fields you do not own, as well as some wood transport and stuff like that, some of those forestry type ones. You have no production chains starting out. You do have available on the map the bakery, carpentry, dairy, medium glass greenhouse, oil mill, sawmill, another sawmill, the wood miser, and then 2 small glass greenhouses right there. And I don't know if there's a BGA, because obviously that usually doesn't show up in that menu. I don't see anywhere. We might come across one. We'll see. It didn't maybe specifically list it, but we'll see if we come across one or not. Starting off in new farm mode, you have an Agramass plow, you have an Amazon cultivator, you have an AB little water tanker there, you have Albert bale spike, Albert pallet fork, you have a Claas Arian 570 tractor, a Claas Evian 450 harvester, you also have a header to go with that harvester, you have a Claas weight, a Horsch Credo 3, and a Horsch Versa. You have so that's basically a power harrow, and then the seeder there. They're not going to equal a directional seeder, recently learned that. Kubota RTV right there for driving around, you have a Karcher power washer, Massey Ferguson round baler, and a wrapper. You have a header trailer, you have a quickie front loader attachment there, Rudolph trailer, a Samaz tedder, a Samaz mower, a Samaz windrower, and that is everything. So kind of all the basic stuff you need to get going. You even have the stuff that you probably kind of need to get started with cows if you wanted to do that. So there you go. And then how many animals do these hold? I got to go out and about, don't I, to see that. But anyhow, okay, let's wander around the new farm, the starting farm here. We got the silo right here to start off with. We got some different equipment in here and everything like that. It is so strange to be back from my travels. I have not played this game since, and this is like one of the longest I've been without the farming simulator play in a long time. But anyhow, yep, got some of our equipment over there. Some of our stuff is stored in here, as you can see. Another door there. We got some tractor baler and trailer in there as well. And then what else do we have? I want to make sure I'm not missing anything on the map here. Yes, that's all kind of over here. Our house looks like it's kind of across the road. So if we go out this way here, take a left, and then right here we have our house. We have sleep trigger right there. Our little Kubotas out front. And I'm assuming we have a wardrobe trigger somewhere under. Yep, right up back. So there you go. All set and good to go. Just to start off, I'm going to hop in this just so we can drive up to our pastures real quick. I'm not going to drive around the map in this because this thing goes extremely slow. But just for now to head up to the pastures to make things a little bit easier. So right up here, this should be I believe this is going to take us to our cows. They're off to the right somewhere. Oh, that might have been the path right there. Yeah, here we go. So that's the path up to the cows. We hop over here. Oh, there we go. Cow pasture up in here, which is kind of cool. I love how it's kind of set into the landscape here. And you can put up to 54 cows in here. And then over the hill this way, you actually have your sheep. So we're just going to follow us along, take a look at the layout here a little bit. The sheep looks like they're kind of right next to the road. A little bit longer drive, because it looks like you probably have to drive up around this way and out to get to the sheep, but we're just going to cut across here to save a little time. It's the edge of one pasture, and this should be the start of the sheep pasture right here. So you should be able to come into here, go around here. And then the actual point where you put the sheep in and feed them and care for them and all that good stuff should be up over here. And who is excited for alpacas with the Year 2 expansion? I'm actually quite excited for the Year 2 expansion. I know some of you are not, but I am. Anyhow, holds 280 sheep right here. There you go. And also, too, I always forget to mention this as well. Maybe you're hopping on a map or everything. Get yourself a G-Portal server. It's linked down below in the description. You get 10% off, and it goes support the channel. So there you go. And our one and only field actually is over here, too. Might as well just go, while we're up here, just go take a look at it. There it is right there. You can see it kind of through the trees. Looks like it has wheat on it. Probably ready to harvest here. And yep, summer wheat ready to harvest. Okay, so what I want to do is do a little bit of driving around the map. I think, is that the, that's going to be the shop over there because it's got all the stuff out and about. So here's a vehicle shop. Trigger right there, repair trigger there. That's people chilling. I love all the decorations of the equipment and things like that in there. Always love it when they do that. Let's go ahead and get ourselves, I don't know, what have I not driven in a while? I'll take the International. I know it's not really maybe the most fitting for this map, but we're here doing it, so we're going to do it. Okay. Hop in here. So let's zoom in a little bit so we can see a little bit more about what's going on. Right next to us, we have a gas station. Yeah, right there. There's your fuel station. We also have a lime station, which you can see just right there. Right above the cab, you can see the trigger. And then across the street, we have the grocery store sell point. So that's right there. And then just to the right, we have the small glass greenhouse, which is giving me that person's yard. You can barely see the water trigger in between the tree and the house there. We'll be able to see it a little bit better in a second. And then down the road, we have the Big Farmer's kiosk. We're just going to loop to the right because I think these are all the greenhouses are right here. I think that's what these guys are. That makes the most sense. Yep. Okay, so we'll just loop to the right so I can show you where the greenhouses are. And then we're going to loop back around. We're going to head up this way across over to here. I'll show you where I'm assuming that you can access across here to the farm. Maybe not. If you have to drive all the way around, that's quite the drive. I'm hoping there's a bridge there, but we'll take a look at that in a second. So, okay. Grocery store sell point right there. Greenhouse 1 right there. And then you can... the tight road here, you can see the other two are in the back of this area here. And then we're just going to do a little 3-point turn maneuver here. Zoom out a little bit more so we can get a little bit better view of the map as we're going about our business here. There's a lime station on the left there. Big Farmer's kiosk. I don't think there's any NPCs actually on this map. I don't think I saw any out and about. And is there a bridge? There is. Okay, so you can take that bridge to the left. That'll go up right to the farm basically, which is pretty straightforward. It's kind of interesting that they're not really marked as bridges on the map. They're just kind of little weird gaps in the road. So, this traffic is tight. This is the tightest traffic I've seen on a map, which is kind of cool actually. I kind of dig it because that would be realistic for this area. So, yeah, I like that. Left-hand side here, what do we got going on here? That's yeah, let's buy that. See what we got going on there. That looks like that's a construction project there. What are we building over here? Constructible wood shed. All right, I guess that makes sense. So they're building the wood shed there. Okay, and I guess you could also buy that land and then sell the wood shed. You don't have to build it. Oil mill on the right here, and then we also have on the left the bakery. So bakery point there, and then warehouse point it looks like right here. Yep, warehouse buy and sell point. Then up the road we have the animal dealer. To the right we have Lorraine Cooperative. Are we going to head out that way? We'll head out that way, I think, probably. So we'll go over Grimois Straw at some point, but yeah, we'll head off to the right here in a second. There's the bakery on the left. People are, oh gosh, look at that. Oh, wow. The traffic here knows how to drive, it seems, which is kind of shocking for this. No, don't pass me. Just weaving around the traffic, doing all their things. Actually, that was probably the best, to be fair, that I've ever seen traffic in this game drive. There's no collisions. They weaved around each other. I'm not saying it was safe driving or good driving, but there was no crashes, so that's kind of impressive. All right, animal dealer just up the road right there. You can see where the animals are at. We're going to take this right here, though. And we have Lorraine Cooperative there. Don't, please tell me they're not coming up this road. Now, see, this is way too narrow for AI traffic. All right, Lorraine Cooperative there. We keep moving along here. It's a beautiful map. I actually think they did a really good job. Oh, and I should also note, too, there are 8 required mods. Normally, I complain about that immediately. But this is nothing compared to the other map that came out today that has, like, 20. So, yeah, the 8's not too bad. It could be worse. You know, I'm not anti-8 per se. It's not the end of the world for me. Right there, we got the carpentry point. And then just in the interest of time, I think we're going to pull over and do a quick flyover to call this a map tour because I have been just chatting Kathy in it for a while here now. All right. So up this way, got a nice little loop. Road goes up, around, la-di-da. And then up over here, we have, I believe, is there a sawmill? Yep. The other sawmill right there. We haven't come across a BGA, so I don't think there is one. It's crazy the terrain on this, too. The ups and downs, I love that. And you can't really tell as much when you're driving down on it, but good terrain and everything like that. Love that. I think the map looks actually really, really nice. Up over here, we have another production we didn't really see. That's another sawmill right there. And then up the road, we have the dairy. So sawmill point right there. Dairy is going to be up. Oh, goodness. Where's the dairy at? Right up over here. Here's the massive dairy point right there. And kind of a little village up over here. Looks like that's almost another farm here you probably can buy. Okay. I'm not going to buy all the land and show you every single thing on it because it might take a little bit too long for what we're doing. But, yeah. Got some more fields. You could even build a nice start from scratch farm up here if you wanted to. Buy that little chunk, do whatever you want to do. I think there's a lot of flexibility to kind of build your own farm on here, which I like. And I wonder, it's not a, I don't know why it's PC and Mac only, to be honest with you guys. It's not a 4X map. It's not big enough for that. So it should be fine size-wise for consoles, but I just don't know. Just don't know. And up over here, starting farm area. That's our kind of crazy cow pen. That's our sheep pen there. That field is our starting field, and then there's our starting farmyard up over there. And then we actually have our other cow farm, which we haven't really stopped and take a look at. I believe it's up over here, is it not? Oh, maybe I'm crazy. Is it off to the right more? It is off to the right more. It's up over here. Yeah, here's where the other one's at right here. We should be able to see, how many cows can you have in here? 208, so that's definitely a larger one there. A little bit out in the middle of nowhere, though, so that kind of checks out. But yeah, lots of little fields, things like that. Plenty of room for expansion. It's a decent little map, but yeah, I think that's what I got for you guys. That is Haut Grimois, which I know I'm saying wrong, so yeah, I can get over it, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. But if you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel. And turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.